Welcome back to my channel. Today we're off to Europe to get cheesy with some Swiss cheese. So let's talk about this Swiss cheese. It is delicious. Have you ever heard of a cheese that has holes in it? Well, here it is. There are many types of Swiss cheese, but I got this from the deli section at my local grocery store. I love to put this on sandwiches. I think it's great if you want a little bit of protein without a lot of fat. But if you like fat, then by all means dig into this because there is quite a bit of fat in Swiss cheese. Now, what is so special about this cheese? Why should you eat it over other cheeses? And what do you really need to know about eating this on a regular basis? So let's talk about that. I'm going to tell you a little story about myself. I used to not like cheese, okay? I really didn't like cheese at all. I'm really a relatively new cheese person. I've only been eating cheese for about 7 years. Now I love it. I love to cook with it. I love to eat it. I have my favorites, but I've developed a taste for many different types of cheese. But I gotta tell you, one of my favorite cheeses of all time is Swiss cheese. I mean, I love it. I love its unique flavor, and I love the fact that when you cut into it, those holes just look so cool. You know, they kind of look like little eyes staring back at you. I also love Swiss cheese because it has a very unique flavor. It's not like cheddar. It's not like provolone, mozzarella, Monterey Jack, or American cheese. No, this has its own flavor. Some people describe it as nutty or having a caramel undertone to it. Many people would probably describe it as mild. They might even say it's boring. I don't think it's boring, but it is mild compared to other cheeses out there. But for me, I like the mildness of it. I like the unique flavor that it has, and I like the fact that it goes well with almost anything. I mean, think about the last time you had a cheeseburger or a Reuben or a tuna sandwich. Chances are it was Swiss cheese that was on that sandwich. That's how popular it is. But Swiss cheese isn't just good. It actually has some pretty cool health benefits to it, especially if you're looking to add more protein to your diet. Just a 1-ounce serving of Swiss cheese has anywhere between 6 and 8 grams of protein. Now, that might not sound like much, but if you add up the amount of protein you get from a sandwich throughout the course of a day, you can see how Swiss cheese can add up. If you have 2 slices of bread, a slice of Swiss cheese, lettuce, tomato, mustard, salt, and pepper, you'll be getting close to 20 grams of protein from that sandwich. Now, that might not sound like a lot, but if you think about most people are having 2 or 3 sandwiches throughout the course of a day, you can easily get an extra 40 to 60 grams of protein just by adding a slice of Swiss cheese to each sandwich. And, like I said, it goes well with everything. Try a little Swiss cheese on your next chicken salad sandwich, or egg salad sandwich, or BLT, or ham and salami sandwich. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at how good it tastes. The other thing I like about Swiss cheese is it doesn't melt as easily as other cheeses. If you've ever grilled a cheese sandwich, you'll notice that the cheese will start to melt long before the bread gets toasted. With Swiss cheese, it seems to hold its shape longer. So if you like a nice crispy piece of toast with your cheese, you'll be able to get that with Swiss cheese. It's also great if you want to put cheese on top of your eggs. Don't like your scrambled eggs or fried eggs running all over the place? Try putting a piece of Swiss cheese on top. When you're done cooking the egg, it'll soak up all that excess grease and oil and make it easier for you to flip the egg without it sticking to your pan. It's also great if you're trying to learn how to fry an egg. Like I said, just put a piece of Swiss cheese on top of the egg while you're cooking it, and it'll help you keep all the pieces together. And the best part about Swiss cheese is it's fun to eat. When you're having a party, try cutting up a big block of Swiss cheese and making a cheese plate. I guarantee people will come up to your plate and say, "Wow, that looks awesome." Let them in on the secret that Swiss cheese has holes in it. They'll love it. And you can use cookie cutters to cut out fun shapes and let your imagination go wild. You can cut out stars, hearts, circles, dinosaurs, whatever you want. And kids will love it. And even adults will love it too. Maybe even more than the kids. Now, let's talk about what you need to know about Swiss cheese. First of all, where does it come from? Is it imported, or is it made here in the United States? Well, as a kid, I always thought Swiss cheese came from Switzerland. I mean, that's in the name. But I learned something interesting recently. Did you know that the first Swiss cheese wasn't actually made in Switzerland? Yep, that's right. The first Swiss cheese was actually made here in the United States. It was invented in Wisconsin in 1853 by a Swiss immigrant named Charles L. Henry. He loved the taste of the Gruyere cheese from his homeland, but he couldn't get enough of it here in the U.S., so he decided to make his own. And that's when Swiss cheese was born. But then, later after this was invented here in the U.S., then Switzerland started making their own version of Swiss cheese. So now both Switzerland and the United States are known for their Swiss cheese. And speaking of Switzerland, did you know that Switzerland produces over 450 different types of cheese? Yeah, that's right, 450 different types. Gruyere and Emmental are two of the most common ones, but they also produce over 500 varieties of raw cow's milk, goat's milk, and sheep's milk cheese. Also, some of the Swiss cheese produced here in the United States contains over 51% American cheese. So you might want to check the label to see if you're getting 100% real Swiss cheese or if it's mixed with American cheese. I personally don't care either way because I like the taste of both Swiss cheese and American cheese. If you're watching your fat intake, then I suggest you stick with low-fat or fat-free Swiss cheese. Just like any other type of cheese, it's high in calcium and phosphorus, and depending on the type of Swiss cheese you buy, it could be high in sodium. Just read the labels. And one of the most interesting facts about Swiss cheese is how those holes get into it. Those holes are called eyes. That's what they're called. How do you get eyes? Well, it's totally natural. The reason why the eyes form is because of bacteria. Certain types of bacteria cause carbon dioxide bubbles to form within the cheese. The carbon dioxide expands during the cheese-making process, and that's what forms the holes. So basically, you have bacteria to thank for the holes in your Swiss cheese. Now, bacteria is a funny thing. We can look at it in two ways. We can look at it as something that's bad for us, like when we get sick with strep throat or a urinary tract infection. Or we can look at it as something that's good for us, like when we eat yogurt and probiotics and things like that. And some types of bacteria are essential to our survival. In fact, we could not survive without certain types of bacteria. We have billions of bacteria in our gut that help us digest food and absorb nutrients. So don't be afraid of bacteria. Some of it is actually good for us. So I hope you enjoyed learning all this cool stuff about Swiss cheese. I love this stuff. I mean, I could talk about cheese all day long, so if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And as always, remember to take care of yourself because you're worth it.